Let's face it, nobody really cares about desktop computers anymore. But that wasn't always the case. In 1998, Apple's mission was to get people to care about a little thing called the internet.
We are targeting this for the #1 use that consumers tell us they want a computer for, which is to get on the internet.
So Apple came up with this bad boy, the iMac. Fun colors, fast performance, and Jeff Goldblum.
Well, there's a computer that makes it so easy. You're up and running in 10 minutes, and you're still yourself.
But now, welcome to 2021, where this new iMac turns on in seconds, if that. We care a lot about computers now, just not the big stationary kind.
So you can say this 24-inch iMac has a similar strategy to that original one. Get people to care about desktops with fun colors, fast performance.
No Jeff Goldblum. Believe me, I tried to get in touch with him many times. Dear Mr. Goldblum, will you be in my video? Thanks, Joanna. With a new M1 chip, beautiful display,
And very good webcam.
this iMac is certainly more iPhone or iPad than
That 35-pound old monstrosity.
But is that enough to convince a laptop lover like me? Let's find out. Let's start with the design, because it's bonkers. And there's good bonkers, and then there's bad bonkers.
The entire computer sits in this 0.4-inch thick rectangle. Just look at it. It's just a bit thicker than an iPhone 12 Pro. Yes, everything that once sat in here, processor, RAM, graphics, storage, now sits in this thin shell. In fact, it's so thin, they had to orient the headphone jack this way, because there wasn't enough room to do it this way.
Like I said, bonkers. Good bonkers.
And this is all enabled by a new M1 chip inside, the same one inside the new MacBook Air and Pro. Unlike Intel power machines, this is based on the same ARM architecture found in chips in the iPhone and iPad. It integrates the processor, graphics, memory, and more onto a single chip, which means less space. Some other things I like about the design. The power adapter magnetically locks to the back, there's an Ethernet port on the brick itself if you want to plug directly into the router, and there's 4 USB-C ports. Sadly, no SD card slot. You know what reviewers knocked this thing for? No floppy disk. It comes with matching accessories too. You have a choice of the Magic Mouse or the Magic Trackpad. And just like the MacBook, there's a fingerprint sensor in the keyboard, if you upgrade to the higher end configuration, that is.
But then there are a few questionable design choices here.
Like, why is the screen surrounded by this white frame? I would much prefer it to be black. And I'm not the biggest fan of the front pastel color options. I'd much prefer the darker color of the back. It's almost exactly like Steve Jobs said back in 1998.
The back of this thing looks better than the front of the other guys, by the way.
Plus, how the hell does this mouse still charge like this?
Look, Apple, you know how to put a cable at the top of a mouse. You did it once before. But what is this?
On the plus side, you get this very nice fabric lightning charging cord. Okay, let's talk about screens since that's what this thing really is. The 24-inch panel has not a 4K display, but what Apple calls a 4.5K display. Translation, it's beautiful and crisp with plenty of room for seeing multiple apps open at the same time. Take that 13-inch laptop. Possibly my favorite part of this whole machine, the 1080p webcam. Thanks to image quality optimizations with the M1, it completely shows up the webcams on the new MacBook Pro, and even the front-facing camera on the iPhone 12 Pro in some lighting conditions. So how does this thing perform? Just like the M1 MacBooks, it's hard to get this thing to slow down in everyday usage. Web browsing with tons of tabs, while photo editing, listening to music, and watching a 4K video, no trouble at all for this thing.
Wow, look at those graphics.
Checkmate.
The high-end model I tested, which is priced at $1899 with 16 gigabytes of RAM, only started to chug when I threw in big video editing projects in Adobe Premiere. I do recommend the $200 upgrade for the 16 gigabytes of RAM for those who juggle a lot of apps and web browser tabs. Sadly, you can't upgrade the RAM yourself, like you were able to on this thing.
Those who want more power and a bigger display will have to wait till Apple replaces the 27-inch iMac.
The company wouldn't comment on future products, but there are reliable reports that it will get a more powerful M chip and an even bigger high-contrast screen.
So what do? Well, I'd still get a laptop for the freedom to move away from this desk, though I really wish Apple made a monitor that looks like this. But if you're in the market for a very sleek, stationary computer, this iMac is very good. It's GIF. GIF, 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 GIF.